Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Brandy. And I know I promised you guys an update on what's going on, so that's what today is. So it's going to be a bit of a story time. So get your drink, snack, whatever, and just sit back and relax. Because I don't know how long this is going to take, because knowing me, I'll probably ramble a little bit. So there's that. All right, so as you know from my last couple of videos, at the end of last year, I had my second kid. And then in March, I turned 30 years old. I feel old. But I'm a stay-home mom now, have been for pretty much since I found out I was pregnant with my second kid. And it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, what am I gonna do? Because this isn't the end-all be-all for me. Like, I want something else. And I spent my 20s going to different colleges trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Like, as you guys know, I went to cosmetology school, got about 500 hours of that. So I at least went through the basics, hence these videos that started this channel on how to do your hair yourself, which that is coming, but I also have plans for that that'll tie into what I'm doing now. So I was like, I don't really want to work in a workplace, but I still want to help out with the bills. So I was doing some Googling, like, I need to figure something out, because I had just turned 30 years old, and I feel like I am behind. Like, I should have everything figured out more than I already do, but I don't. So I started Googling, what jobs out there that pay well that I can do from home. And software engineering ended up being on that list. Yeah, I know. Total 180. Used to do hair and teaching people how to do their own hair. And now I'm coding. So I was like, all right, so what do I need to do to become a software engineer? And then the first things you find out is you have to have a degree in computer science. I debated doing that for about 5 minutes and realized going to college just isn't for me. So I also found out that you could do the same job if you go through a boot camp. I was like, okay, so a few months and I'll have a job. So then I start seeing ads on YouTube and Facebook and stuff for different tech boot camps. I was like, okay. And then I keep seeing TripleTen, like, a lot. And they seem interesting. Like, it was pretty cool. So I did some research. I hadn't found anything bad about them. Like, pretty much everything I found out about them was pretty positive. So I was like, okay, this is cool. So I went onto the website, ended up getting signed up within a couple days, and I started taking classes in March. Now, each class section is split up into sprints. So instead of semesters, it's sprints because it's only 2 to 3 weeks. I'm on sprint 3 now. So they start off with sprint 0, which is like the basics of everything, and then it gradually gets more and more difficult. By the end of the sprint, I'll actually be able to be an HTML and CSS developer, which is so exciting. So with being in sprint 3 already, and I'm supposed to be done with it by next Wednesday, so I'm going through the theory part of it now. The whole training platform is very informative. Like, there's the theory part of it, you read it, and then there's actually tasks built in that you actually do what you just learned. But my favorite part has to be the projects. Like, I am a big fan of these projects. Like, because I'm one of those people that, like, if I don't understand something, I will dig and dig and dig and research and research and research until I can figure it out, or it drives me crazy. There has been a lot of screaming in my house because I'm trying to figure out why something won't work. And then when I figure it out, it's a huge relief, and half the time it's really irritating because it's so precise that one thing in the wrong spot, or a period missing, or a semicolon missing, makes stuff not work. So it's been frustrating, But I love it because I learned so much from these projects. My last project, like, you get the updates if you follow me on Instagram, but the last project I submitted was part 4 of Sprint 2. Yeah. And I had to go back and redo it about 3 or 4 times. Now, when you submit a project, initially it goes through an automated system to make sure like certain pieces are where it's supposed to be. And then at the final project gets passed on to an actual software engineer, and they go through it and check your work, make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to. There's the code's correct and everything. And I did have to go back and fix a few things multiple times, but that's normal. Like, this stuff isn't easy. So they're expecting you to have to go back and redo stuff, but that's how you learn this. Because it's so precise, they just want you to get it done correctly. So that's part of the reason why I like these projects, because I'm also one of those people that, like, sure, like, I'll go through the theory, I'll do the task, and I was like, okay, I think I understand this, I got this, I can do this. I go to the project, and it's like total brain wipe. Like, I completely forgot everything. But that's also the beauty of this training platform, is everything's there. All the quizzes are open book. So it's like, it's a lot less stress, because even in the work field, you're still going to have to Google stuff. Like, you're still going to have to figure out how to do certain things. Like, you're not expected to memorize everything. So I really appreciate that. The support team is also pretty fantastic. Like, it's amazing. By the time I get to the point where I'm losing my mind and I'm like, I just need help, because I have a lot of issues asking for help. So by the time I'm like, all right, I might as well ask. The first one to answer is our AI. Like, they literally have an AI to help out. And it's called Dot. And you ask a question, Dot asks some clarifying questions, and then breaks it down for you. Like, it's so nice. And then in a few minutes, an actual tutor hops on, sees if you need any help, and then if they need more information, you give them the zip drive, like the zip folder, and then they can help you more than that. So, like, they're on top of things, and it's super helpful. So, as I mentioned before, I am a stay-at-home mom, so that means taking care of a 7-month-old and an almost 8-year-old that's on summer break while trying to do this. Well, with the way my brain works, it's either clean the house or study. Like, of course, the kids, that's a non-negotiable, but what's the extra thing I'm going to pick up? Most of the time, it's my studying when they go to sleep. Because, like, I just don't have the energy for that, to pick up more than that. Well, Monday, I had a conversation with my doctor, and we figured some things out, and now it's actually working. So it's another instance of, when you need help, ask for it. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter what kind of help you need, just ask for it, because it's not worth getting burnt out over. Your family needs you more than anything else, and anything extra that you want to do should not burn you out. So if you need help, ask for it. That's something I am learning the hard way with this. So with TripleTen, they don't just teach you the hard skills, like how to code and stuff like that. They also discuss soft skills like working as a team and stuff like that. And then on top of that, they highly encourage networking. So, because, like, at some point when you go to try to find a job with these programs, it's a whole lot easier when you know someone. So they, like, really encourage meet people, talk to people, stuff like that. Well, my networking skills are non-existent. I'm just being honest. Like, lately, especially after having my second kid, I'm very introverted. Now, it's a lot different between this, because I'm literally, yes, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also sitting in my living room talking to my phone. So in my opinion, it's a little bit different. Yes, I'm going to be exhausted the rest of the day after I get done filming this, but that's what it is. So I'm working on my networking skills. Like I said, at this point, they're non-existent. I've talked to a couple people, had a few conversations, but that's it. I am trying to work on my networking skills and expand my network. But since I'm only in Sprint 3, I don't have much to talk about on that. So later on in the program, I will discuss these questions again. And I say questions because I know I'm only in Sprint 3. I know. But this also ties into the next thing. So the very first day of Sprint 1, they put an announcement, hey, we're looking for ambassadors, which you guys know me. I've been doing this for a few years. I got TikTok, I got Instagram. I was like, you know what? I can do this. Like, I already have a social media accounts. Like, I can do this. So immediately I'm like, I'm interested. Well, I also had that inkling in the back of my mind, like, what if I don't know enough? Like, I'm not further along in this. Yep, imposter syndrome. I've got that bad sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm not where I need to be in life. I feel like I don't have no experience in this program to be able to answer these questions and stuff. And then when I found out, like, I'm in month 2 of the program, of the ambassador program. I was like, they were like, hey, I need you to make a video and put it on your YouTube channel and answer a few of these questions. So I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, do I have the experience for that? Do I know enough to be able to talk about this? And then I was like, it gets to the point where you just have to be like, who cares what other people think? Who cares that I don't have the experience that other people may have? I'm going to do it. So, hi. It almost got like that too when I started this channel. Like, I had thought about doing a YouTube channel for years. So, like, there's points in my life where it's like, do I really know enough to be doing this? But then I keep seeing this quote that is like, there are people less qualified than you doing more than you. And, like, I see that part of that quote, like, all over Instagram. So I Googled it, and the ending is, because they believed in themselves. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I handle it. Like, all right, so finally, like we all know, I tend to ramble. This video's not any different. But I want to end it with this. My advice for someone who's looking into getting into tech, don't expect to get it all at once. Don't expect to be perfect. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Because there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And there's nothing wrong with not getting something right the first time. Because we all make mistakes. No one's perfect. Don't expect this to be easy. Because it's really not. It's not, but it's super rewarding in the end. All right, so that's it for today. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. Like I said, I am an ambassador for TripleTen. No, this isn't sponsored. If anyone's wondering, this isn't sponsored, but I am an ambassador. So that means I have a referral code for you. So if you're interested in signing up for TripleTen and you want 30% off your program, just go over to Instagram, message me, and I will give you my referral code. This isn't just an ambassador thing. Like, anyone, once they hit Sprint 3, they get their own referral code, so you can help your friends out. So this isn't like a super exclusive thing, okay? But yeah, like I said, questions, comments below. You want my referral code, find me on Instagram. I usually have the links at the end of the video or in the description box below. But I think that's it. Everyone have a beautiful day, and bye.